Welcome back to Golden Roll Radio. We saw France win the World Cup, and the last time they did that was shortly before gold put in a bottom back in '98. So it looks like we may be seeing the same lineup here. Not to try to read too much into that because there's no correlation there, but
no predictive power in the World Cup outcome.
Well, twice as a coincidence, 3 times as a pattern. So we'll have to see what happens in 4 years.
We're seeing gold do exactly what it should be doing at this time of year, which is coming down. And it's come down into the numbers that we've been looking at in the low 1200s. And it needs to hold somewhere in here, whether it's 1225, 1212, 1185. But I think it's going to turn around right in here in this seasonal pattern that it usually shows. And silver doing about the same thing, coming down into the mid-15s, going to hit another fib level soon. So looks like we should see the metals market turning around.
Before we get to your charts, Miles, just to piggyback on what Robert just said, it's uncanny to me, the technical numbers that you guys have been coming up with. 1240, I'm sure you're going to explain the couple of bounces that we had there. But 1225 is what you'd been saying, 1212 very consistently, and potentially 1185. So throw the charts up there and walk us through exactly that price history.
Yeah, I mean, it really is the difference between coincidence and pattern. When you see things play out over and over and over again over long periods of time, you just start to make assumptions. And as long as your assumptions are more likely than not, that's perfectly fine. I think it was Richard Russell that said in the equities market, you only have to be right 51% of the time to make a lot of money. And I've always appreciated that statement. So as we see these patterns play out, I mean, we've been talking low 1200s for quite a while here. So we're excited to see it down at levels where you see trends and you see charts and you see pricing blow off the steam that they had, rebuild a new base, and then start moving next towards their next highs. So down here at about 1220, we bounced 1220 today, Wednesday, shot up to about 1228, 1229. I think we are still coming down a little bit further. I certainly could be proven wrong, but you see the way the relative strength index is acting. You see the way the moving average convergence divergence is acting. You see the way the price is acting. Not only do I think we're coming in a little lower, but I think when we hit these lower prices, you're going to have a lot of standing buy orders in the futures and options market, and I think we could see our reversal down here just above 1200. I'm sticking with 1212.
You mentioned Richard Russell, and it reminds me about the Dow theory confirmation or non-confirmation. And you could be seeing in the metals market right now a non-confirmation to the downside with the mining shares. The mining shares have not followed gold down proportionally. They've held up. They're above their previous lows. And that could be somewhat of a non-confirmation because the mining shares may be leading here.
I love it. And you're not talking about just today or this week. You're talking about like a 7-week, 8-week period of time.
Correct. And maybe even longer if you go back to see, look at the previous lows in the mining share indexes and you see them the current price of the mining share index is above those previous lows, whereas gold might be slightly below, as well as silver might be slightly below.
Coming off that silver high back in July, August, around 2016, obviously we've seen this compressing pattern now for quite a while, and we've been talking about it for quite a while. So we've now made our 4th touch down to the bottom trend line, mid-15s. I have a couple clients who've been waiting to jump into silver, looking for that 1550 mark, which we've hit. So obviously the question is, do we push below it or do we reverse? The odds say reverse. However, we'll have to see how that plays out over the next couple weeks. One thing that we've pointed out on silver regularly here is the ratio, which we'll mention again here in a second. But of course, also that compressing pattern that I just mentioned, we're going to have a breakout one way or the other. It has to reverse. And with the gold-silver ratio, silver being so undervalued compared to gold, and gold being undervalued compared to where the PE ratios in the Dow Jones is right now, I would argue the likelihood of a silver move up and gaining a little bit of ground on the gold price here coming into this fall makes a lot of sense. $18, $20 silver, I think that's completely reasonable by December.
I think it is. It's just your turnaround point. If you see the 1185 gold figure that you guys have mentioned, silver's going to break below the 15. So just be prepared for that.
And then I think finishing up today with the other white metals as we do, platinum puts its almost double bottom in at 800. So fun to see platinum down at those prices again. Palladium actually also put a double bottom in. So platinum, which had been following pursuant to the Dow Industrial chart for a while here, coming off that sell-off point, actually as the Dow's been pushing up a little bit in correction, Palladium has continued back down. So back down around just above 900, platinum just above 800. That ratio starting to tighten again. So hopefully you took advantage of our recommendation a few months ago when we were talking about getting out of your palladium positions into platinum, and even possibly getting out of a little bit of a gold position into platinum so that we can advantage and increase ounces as these ratios realign, even back to just normal levels, if not seesaw the other direction.
So as always, we appreciate you watching and listening. Keep in mind, we are in sort of a seasonal doldrum period here, but time is short. That opportunity is running out.
Yeah, Tori, that's going to wrap up pretty quickly here since we're pushing to the end of July into August. So as always, if you liked what you heard, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, engage in the comments, head over to Facebook/McAlvany Financial or our website, McAlvanyICA.com.
You can also follow us on Twitter at ICA Gold. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Have a great week.